So you're not going to have the same sexual selectivity as a woman at 35 making $100,000 a year as a man that's 35 making $100,000 a year.
So, okay. Now, when you decide that, you said maybe around 36, when you do want to have children,
probably more like in the 40s.
Okay. Now, if you're saying 40s,
yeah,
what would be like the age of women that you would find
procreate with?
Yeah, who would you
I wouldn't date a woman over 24 probably. More really? If I was gonna marry her, like no.
So you want to be 40 and impregnate a 24-year-old?
What's wrong with that? Wait. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
I didn't say anything was wrong.
What's wrong with that?
I did not say anything was wrong. I'm just saying. I just wanted to know.
Surprise.
Because hold on, wait. What I don't like about that
over here
argument.
because I was kind of like going back on the fact of I forget if it was her or her who made the point earlier that men would like a younger woman. I'm not.
What I don't like about that argument is that we neglect to recognize that, you know, if we're not saying it's the R word, right? I'm trying to be mindful of y'all's YouTube shit, but like
consensual,
right? If it's consensual, then this woman chose to lay down with this man.
No, I didn't say there was anything unconsensual about it. I just wanted to know from his personal perspective, which I completely respect. I wanted to know what would be the ideal age of the woman that he would want to be the mother of his child at his matured age.
Well, now, do you think the 23-year-old?
I mean, at the end of the day,
I just wanted to know personal preference.
At the end
of
being a mother,
right? Do you
23? Like,
I mean, I was a mom.
Like, do you think a 23-year-old would be capable of like being a mother?
I mean, my mother was a mother at 23. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, but at the end of the day, like as a 23-year-old woman or a man, are you like fully in grasp of who you are? Like,
absolutely
do you love yourself? Do you know how to care for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I feel like if you should be a mother or a father, you should be kind of a complete human being.
I think that's
at
just
the age of
a
23,
result
you're
of
still
American.
trying to figure out
I think
life.
that's just a result of
like,
American culture because
life,
it coddles women and people in general. But I think that's just a result of American culture.
You having a plan?
Like in everywhere else in the world, 23. You're a grown ass fucking adult. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you're children in America, but you're a grown ass fucking adult everywhere else in the world.
That's true.
Like, and that's just a result of that's called first world problems.
Okay, we just scoot down a little bit this way so she can get in the shot.
So wait, is your pregnancy planned?
Yes.
It's very planned. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted a child.
Yeah, so ladies, I mean,
is it a boy or a girl?
I don't know yet. Won't know until next month.
So ladies, I can already see that there's a lot of contempt with that. Me giving this reality that men want younger, firmer women, but that's just like you want a man that's tall, makes money, confident, and attractive.
You explained it well.
Older, mature man too.
You explained it in a way that's
I'll be completely honest with you guys. Just like an 18-year-old man is pretty much useless to you as a 25-year-old woman. A woman that's in her 40s or 50s is useless to men. The thing is this: we peak at different times in our life. Men don't peak until far later. Women peak early. I said it before. Men must create their value. Women are born with it. You choose what you want to do with that value, but you got to preserve it and get it while it's at its peak and get the best man that you can. Because here's the thing: the longer you wait, the lower your chances of finding the man that you want of a higher status and or a certain type of, how do I say this? Class.
Well, I can agree with what you're saying, but I feel like you're talking about in peak in reference to different scenarios. Like that is a woman's peak biologically, but mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, is that really your peak? Is your 20s really your peak?
Men are not.
No. Do you want to hear something uncomfortable?
Go ahead.
Your maturity, your spirituality, and all this other like mumbo jumbo stuff that modern day women say. Men don't give a fuck about it.
Depending on the men, because there are spiritual men and they understand that it's an actual real thing.
Wait, but why would women start being able to produce children at a certain age if like you weren't supposed to actually start having children until 20 years later?
When are you able to make semen and make a baby? You're able to make a baby as well at like 13 or 14, but are you going to be financially capable of taking care of this child?
Are you having a baby?
Exactly. So it's not necessarily about like if you're capable of doing it, but are you in the right predicament mentality to do that? Like some people are not gonna be able to be a full-blown mother at the age of 20 something, the same way a man is not gonna be not gonna be capable to be a full-blown father.
Here's the difference though. Here's the difference
as well.
The man in a traditional relationship is the leader. So if a woman is younger and the man is older, more mature, that woman is going to defer to that man's authority, okay? And he's going to be responsible. He's going to take care of her. And she doesn't necessarily need to be mature or know the lay of the world or whatever it is, because her primary duty at that point is to be a mother and a wife first. The problem is this, ladies. I'm going to just keep
It's a power struggle then. Because you're right there, you're basically in a relationship to be in power. Because there's also relationships that are communicative. Like sometimes you're going to lead, but sometimes I'm going to lead.
Incorrect.
You know, depending on the situation. Because like you said, men and women are different. So we're going to know to lead in different situations.
Women are incapable of leading men within the confinements of a romantic relationship, period. Incapable of doing it.
Incapable in which way?
I just said it. Women are incapable of leading a man within the confinements of a romantic relationship.
Too much dominance creates
because women are not built to lead men. And as a matter of fact, I'll take it a step further. I've been in relationships. Could you please let me finish?
Go ahead.
And as a matter of fact, if a woman is allowed to lead a man in a relationship, you guys have hard wiring in your head to say, this guy's a pussy. I'm going to find another guy that can take care of me and or lead me. You are not built to lead men in a relationship. That's just the way it's been since the beginning of time.
Why does someone have to lead? Why can't it be the same? Why can't
men and women are not equal.
Like
we're not equal
footing. Sorry.
Reality. Hold on. Guys, reality is reality, and it does not adhere to social constructs. We say here in the first world, men and women are equal. Cool. We're all human beings. We all deserve the same rights and privileges and accesses, but we are not equal biologically. And unfortunately, biology determines a lot of our behaviors, our mindsets, etc. Men and women are different. No matter how much you guys want to argue about me, I should be able to fuck as many guys as I want, just like you fuck as many girls you want. No, there's consequences to promiscuity for women that are far more, how do I say this, bad than for men. Does that mean that guys can run around and smash a bunch of girls and not have issues? No, I'm not saying that, but it's not going to be as pronounced for us.
I mean, it all boils down to responsibility at the end of the day, right? Men are typically given more responsibility for their actions than women are. Am I wrong with that?
I just understand like hypocrisy here, because it's like, okay, well, you're a woman, so you should be able to understand what kind of man to lay down with and have a kid.
Wait, let me put it like this. When it comes to responsibility, right? If a woman chooses, like, let's say two people lay down and have consensual sex and the woman gets pregnant, right? The woman has 100% like choice on whether or not she wants to have this child or not, right? At least in America.
Yeah, but then she doesn't have consensual choice whether you decide to come inside of her or not, because there's guys that lie about stuff like that.
Wait, no, hold on, wait. You got when you lay down with a man, right? This is a risk that you assume, right? Okay. All right. So it's a risk that you assume, but even past that, you still have the option. Like, let's not pretend like it doesn't say on the plan B box that it works for up to 72 hours, right?
But now you're putting your body under risk.
What do you mean?
Like you don't think taking plan B's, birth controls.
The point I'm making, you have 100% control on what the next step is, if whether or not you want to get pregnant or not. You know what I mean? And even after you get pregnant, you have 100% control on whether or not this baby is born. Based on your decision, a man has to step up, legally obligated by the law. I'm saying the point I'm making is that like men have more responsibility to bear in the world. Let's look at the justice system.
Well, what if the guy didn't have any money? So then you could take the guy to court, but if he's a bum, he's a bum. Now you're taking care of your child by yourself.
And again, if you didn't consent to having sex with him, what is that called? Exactly. So the point I'm making.
I'm not talking about that.
Wait, no, but the point I'm making,
you're talking about being a man being responsible.
The point I'm making is you have complete control of what happens in the bedroom. You feel me? And like you have complete control whether or not you even go into the bedroom with him. You feel me? Like before you even put yourself, because I understand that like shit happens. Like there's a gray area that happens when you get into, but that is your choice. You know what I mean? You know what what that means stepping into the bedroom with a man. You feel me? Right. Like the bedroom is so wait, but like all right, to get away from that, because I know that's like, you know, I told you something.
No. I'm just gonna have to stop this right here. The issue with her is that she thinks men and women are equal. It's a fundamental. She thinks of.
I don't think we're equal. I think we're different.
All of your arguments, with all due respect, have been based on an egalitarian system that men and women are the same and we're blank slate equals. That's where all of this is stemming from. You don't know it, but I can tell from your arguments.
I feel like
that, well, that's the problem. Is I feel like so. Let's continue on here. And then when it's your turn for a question, you can think of a
You didn't
formulated
even answer
thing.
the question yet. You gonna have kids? Yes or
Yeah.
no?
Right
Don't worry, you'll
now,
get a chance to grill us. You'll get your chance.
I would say I'm not available to take care of a kid because if I have a kid right now, I want to be in their life full time. So me personally, I'm not at that stage in my life where I can commit to a kid, and I'm building up a business here with my co-hosts. You know, other things behind the scenes, investment. So I'm busy on my stuff right now. Maybe later on I might want to have a kid, but right now I just can't.
Okay.
Time wise.
That's fair.
All right, cool.
Okay. My question is, just like tell us a story of like your worst date.
Okay.
Sure. Did you have something before? Did you come up with something or?
I came up with something and then I
She
forgot.
lost it again.
Stupid. Please get involved in the show more.
All right.
Okay.
Entertain us.
The worst story. Actually, you have many stories. On
Yeah, go ahead, Danya. You
YouTube,
could
but-
hit it.
Worst story or worst date.
The worst date? Oh man. I mean, I would have to say it was this one time I guess I dated a girl and I went on a date with her. Like we met on Tinder, you know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, met on Tinder. And this is yeah. And we linked up at BJ's, you know, the restaurant.
Wait,
Oh, I didn't even know BJ's had a
Wait, she
restaurant.
gave you a BJ?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
You know, like it's a restaurant. I mean, they have it here in Florida, you know.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah.
it's a restaurant. You know, and it's like a little bit nicer than the Chili's.
BJ's Brew House, like in
Yeah,
Broward.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fire.
yeah. We
They have
linked up
everything
there.
there.
Pazuki.
They have everything.
The Bazuki
Yeah.
cookie, the chocolate chip.
Yeah, we linked up there, and then you know afterwards I asked her if she wanted to come back to my place, and then went back to my place and got in bed. I'm like really big on smell, and she didn't like really smell nice,
Oh.
and
Oh.
like it was a big turn off to me, and yeah,
What didn't
she
smell
just let me just
Nails.
put like she put in a lot of work to get the engine going.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it like that.
What didn't smell nice? Was it her or
Like
was
her
it
hair, her
Okay.
hair, her skin,
That's
like
her.
yeah,
That's not
she
good.
didn't smell very nice,
That's not
and it
That's
just
nice.
like was a big turn off to me, and that was probably the worst day I can remember off top. Yeah.
Cool.
Did you still fuck her though? Yeah, right.
Just smell the
Gotta
smell.
see it
They
through,
got
my
you
boy.
back.
I gotta see it through.
But I'm just saying,
Did you though?
yeah, it took a
Yo, you
it
guys
took a
gotta
while.
understand that dudes are gonna smash anything, man. You guys
Yeah.
put way too much credit on a guy banging a girl, man. We are not that selective.
Yeah, they won't
We
tell
are
you,
really
but they'll
not.
do it behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll go.
Yeah, you could go. Go ahead.
So my worst date was when basically I met this chick. It's from Bumble, right? And basically I would FaceTime her all the time, you know, before the date because I want to get to know who she was, all that stuff, you know, if he connected, you know, had a good vibe, whatever.
Mhm.
And I'm seeing her face. I'm not seeing her body.
Mhm.
So I show up on the date.
Oh shit.
We meet at a bar for some drinks.
Was she fat?
Hold on.
Catfish. Because usually that's what you guys
And
complain
I
about.
like thick girls, right? Just
Thick.
off rip. I like thick girls.
Not fat.
Or just a little booty, whatever. The point is, I show up to the bar. I'm there. I'm like, yo, I'm here. Where you at? I'm here too. I'm up front. I'm like, I don't see you. Oh, I'm here. I think I see you. I'm like, all right, bet. Where you standing by? Oh, I'm by the door. I look by the door, bro, and I see not the person I've been FaceTiming, but somebody else. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to fuck home.
Damn.
So I got catfished.
It was a completely different
But
person.
even off the
Look
face.
at
Even of the FaceTime?
Even on FaceTime.
Did you
So
stay
she
for the
just-
date?
No,
Okay.
No, he went
I dipped.
home.
Yeah,
Wow,
so-
you're a savage fresh.
No, but
How
that-
did you?
I would've
How
gone
did
home
you
too.
do that? I
That's
would have done the same
deception.
shit. I would've done
That's deception, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I would've done the same
This is
thing.
why.
That's a baby. That baby knew her angles. That's all it is.
When I FaceTime.
Are you sure it wasn't makeup? Felt
What
like
happened, man?
Yo, my nigga just bailed. That's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sum it up real quick. Look, I went out on a date with a girl. We met up at a taco spot. We sat down. We're talking. And she said, "So what are you looking for?" I said, "Oh, well, you know, I'm kind of just doing my thing right now. I'm chilling." using that ambiguous language. And she goes, "Oh, so you're just running around fucking girls?" And I like looked her in the face. I'm like, "You're really rude. Like, what is your problem?" And this is like some chick that was like, former military, whatever. Or no, she wasn't former military. I'm sorry, she was with a military guy, but like she was German girl. I don't know what her problem was. She was maybe that time of the month. I don't know. But I have a low tolerance for like rudeness from women. Like it pisses me off. So I said, all right, you're really rude. So this was going to happen. I'm going to pay for this soda and I'm going to leave. And you can, because she ordered like 3 sets of tacos or some shit. And like, I guess she like, it kind of set in that I was going to like walk out on her. So she gets up and she walks out instead. And she goes, go fuck yourself. And like leaves the food there and tries to like get me to pay for the bill. And I told the manager like, yo, she just walked out, whatever. We ended up getting in like a little argument over it, but like I ended up leaving. But she was mad because she was rude. And I like called her out to her, like right to her face. Like, yo, you're rude. Like, what's your problem? So yeah, I have no problem like letting a woman know if she pisses me off. Like I know a lot of guys are scared. They don't want to break rapport. They want to get laid. But for me, it's like respect comes first. I don't care.
Do you think that makes you come off a little rude to her too?
Well, here's the thing. In that conversation, she asked me a question and I answered it. And then her response was extremely rude.
Okay. I mean, fairness.
And the thing is this, as a man, like if you're a little rude, a little bit edgier, it's not as it's more socially acceptable than as a woman. Exactly. That like men and women are opposites, man. Like a man that's edgy and a little bit not tolerant of bullshit is attractive. A woman that acts like that is unattractive, man. A masculine women that act like that is gross. Guys don't want that. Like, and I know you guys are like, wait.
I feel like a lot of women have that. Well, especially nowadays, a lot of women are super masculine.
Yeah.
And what they need is a man more masculine, so that can bring out the feminine in them.
But that's a problem, though.
Amen.
It is, but that's what it is.
We've had.
I'll toughen up.
No. Here's the thing, like, because we brought so many girls on the show that say that, like, I need my man to like put me in my place, tell me to shut up whenever he feels like it, blah blah blah. Like maybe that's an extreme level, but but a lot of girls that are super masculine want a super masculine guy that puts them in their place. Why should I have to be damn near smacking you to get you in line and get a DV case?
I don't think
that's what it comes down to.
Masculinity comes to how you handle yourself in certain situations. It's not always how you handle me, but how you handle yourself outside.
But here's the thing: female masculinity has no repercussions, and so if female women have like, there is no ceiling.
Left and right.
Yeah, this is like one of the rare places.
We also don't get married, and we're not marriage material if we're like.
No, but all right, and that's
is though,
that's
we have, like,
cute.
a small
That's
time
cute.
frame.
But here's what I'm saying: like a woman can be extremely like rude and disrespectful to a man, and if that man puts his hand on that woman, he's looked at as weak.
But we ain't never lay our hands on you. We just try to argue with you back on logic.
Because that's irrelevant. Because that's irrelevant.
Yeah, they do.
No. But that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. Like fucking. I've seen like female family members like be physically aggressive to men, and it's like a hamster trying to fight you.
And
you
but
know what I mean?
like,
hold on, please. She needs to answer the question too as well.
Yeah, I have my question already.
But wait,
Can I just say something real quick?
Let Don finish. Don, you finish.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back to you.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is like if a woman raises the bar of masculinity, it's like it's with no actual like dire repercussions. You know what I mean? But if a man gets more aggressive to another man, that can result in like physical violence and possibly the end of his life, where that's not typically the case for most women.
There's always an unspoken reality when two men deal with each other that there's always the potential for violence, so they're fairly respectful.
You've seen
of each
the
other.
8-ball? Have y'all seen the viral 8-ball video in the New York subway? Oh, that's a video y'all should pull up.
Okay, for sure. So yeah, that was my bad date. Like just a really masculine woman. I was like, fuck this shit, and I left.
Okay.
Go ahead.